start off with a small introductory video and we'll go right into the session. Thank you.
हे दोस्तों, वेलकम टू अपना कम्युनिटी। ये वो जगह है जहां आप अपने असली पोटेंशियल को एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं। देखो, सबके पास स्किल्स होते हैं, पर क्या आपके अंदर वो स्पार्क है जो आपको कामयाबी की ऊंचाइयों तक ले जा सकता है? अगर आप सोच रहे हैं जॉब चेंज करने के लिए लेकिन रेज्यूमे सेलेक्ट नहीं हो रहा, या फिर इंग्लिश में इंटरव्यू देना थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग लग रहा है, तो फिक्र मत कीजिए। यहां हम हैं आपके साथ, आपको सपोर्ट करने के लिए। अपना कम्युनिटी में आपको मिलेगी बेहतरीन कम्युनिटीज जहां आप अपने प्रोफेशनल स्किल्स को सुधार सकते हैं। चाहे आप एक्सेल, टैली, जीएसटी में माहिर बनना चाहें या फिर आप खुद एक ब्यूटिशियन या डिजाइनर हैं, तो यहां आप अपने काम को शोकेस करके दूसरों को टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स देते हुए आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। अपना कम्युनिटी में आपको मिलेगा मेंटर्स का एक खजाना और बड़े इन्फ्लुएंसर्स का साथ जो आपको हर कदम पर 1-to-1 गाइड करेंगे। यहां आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं अपने फील्ड या इंडस्ट्री स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप्स, जहां आपको ऐसे कई लोग मिलेंगे जिनसे सीख के आप वो गलती ना करें जो वो कर चुके हैं। ऐसे लोगों की जिन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था एज एग्जीक्यूटिव्स एंड आर नाउ सक्सेसफुल मैनेजर्स इन देयर डोमेन्स, जो आपको आगे बढ़ाने में मदद करेगा। यहां आपको मिलेगा वो सही डायरेक्शन जो आपके करियर को नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाएगा। तो लेट्स अनलॉक योर पोटेंशियल टुगेदर। अपना कम्युनिटी में ज्वाइन करें और अपने सपनों की ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचने का सफर शुरू करें।
Awesome. Thank you again, everybody, for joining on a Sunday afternoon. My name is Rohan. I'm one of the co-founders of QFuzz, who is helping Apna for their mentorship requirements. I would request everyone to mute until we get into the Q&A session. Anyways, we are having these termed as Apna Exclusives. We have been doing this on weekdays at 7 p.m. and weekends at 3 p.m. Main idea is to help people ideate and advance in their professional careers. We are also covering a wide range of topics, be it as simple as spoken English, financial literacy, or any technology-related subjects like product, data science, and any other functional skills as well. And today we have Rahul Bansal with us, who's a senior software engineer at Hinge Health, who's going to take us through building the future in front-end development, essential steps and strategies. Without much overdue, Rahul, it's up to you. We can follow the same steps as we would like to. So the floor is yours.
Thanks, Rohan. Thanks for the introduction. Hi, everyone. A very good afternoon. Really excited for this session to share my experience, my knowledge with every one of you. So I'll just quickly go into the presentation mode. I'll just present my screen. Just give me a moment. Sorry. Able to see the screen?
Yeah, it is visible.
So you can see the PPT, correct?
It's a little blurred. I think it's an internet problem, but I think it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine.
Okay, perfect. So we are here to talk about your introduction to front-end developer and how you can build your career in the front-end development. So we'll be focusing on two aspects. What is front-end developer and how you can build up your career into front-end developer. So many of you folks would be like new to the industry. So you would be just stepping out or just have few years of experience. So yeah, I'll take questions in a couple of minutes. Is it fine?
Yeah. I think we can go ahead. Maybe after a few minutes, you can take up the questions. The hands can be raised, or you can also put the questions, people, in the chat box. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, you can just put it in the chat box. I'll just give 10 minutes. I'll walk through. Then we'll take up questions, and then again we'll walk through in 10 minutes. Okay. So as I was talking about, you people would be like fairly new to the industry with freshers or couple of years of experience. So for you, it is important to understand which field you see yourself working 10 years down the line, and how you can keep enhancing your skills so that you remain important, you remain there, you have a hold in that field. So as you know, technology is vastly changing. Work that we were doing 10 years ago and what we are doing today has completely revamped. So you might not have worked on PHP, you might not have worked on those older technologies. Now everyone, the internet that we see have completely changed behind the scenes, where WordPress was there to create websites, PHP was there. Now the buzzwords are React, Angular, Vue, other technologies. So I'll just start with introduction to front-end development first. So what is front-end development? So any website that you see, so moment you land on any website, on phone, on any app you see, on any website you land, has a UI. This UI is created by front-end developers so that you can interact, you can engage with the website or even with the app. So the first thing that you see is a front end that helps user to engage with the platform. So again, coming back to the purpose of this presentation, I'll just explain you what front-end development is and how you can strategically take steps to successfully evolve your career in front-end technology. The overview of key topics I'll just cover up. Then we'll go with the key technologies. What if you want to start your journey, or if you're already in, let's say, starting years of your journey, which technology, which tech stack you need to focus so that you can be a better and a better developer. I'll just take a quick pause for the questions. Somebody has raised their hand, so I'll just give them a quick minute if somebody wants to ask some question. Okay. If no questions, I'll move ahead. Okay. So we were talking about key technologies. So the building blocks for front-end development is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So these would always be the three most essential steps to build up a front-end system. What is HTML? HTML is simple your tags. So browser does not understand English. So as we understand English and Hindi to communicate with each other, browsers have their own language which they understand. So from the internet, you don't see, like if I open up a website, I'll just open up Apna. Let's say just we'll open up Apna. So we have just opened up the Apna website. Here you see, like find the right candidate fast. You have a couple of links for jobs.
I think, Rahul, your screen is not changing.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just present again. Sorry.
Presenting and yeah.
Just a second. I think some setting issue. Just a moment.
मैं मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर नहीं बनना चाहता सादा में रब कुछ चल जाए वह हमारा नया
Sorry, can someone go on mute? Okay, let me rejoin. Just sorry everyone. I'll just rejoin so that I'm able to present it properly. Hi everyone, I'm audible. I'm just presenting the screen as well. Can you just make me the admin? I have joined from another account, Rohan.
Oh, I don't think I can do that because the admin is from the Apna team.
Are they into this call?
No.
So somebody else would have become the admin, I believe, or is it not so?
How do I make you the admin?
Yeah, you are the meeting host. I can see you are the meeting host.
Okay.
If you see on my name, participant list, 3 dots.
Yeah.
You can just make me a co-admin or something of that sort.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, now it should be visible, correct?
Yes.
You are able to see the Apna site.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So I was talking about everything. So as we are communicating, we are using English language, Hindi language, Marathi language, Kannada, some language to communicate. Similarly, each browser have a proper language to communicate. So if we inspect the language for this page, if we go ahead and inspect the language for this page, I'll just do an inspect. Something or another is going wrong today, man. Just give me, sorry. Uh, I'll go to this Apna site. I'll just move to. I'll just go to Apna again. Okay. Hmm, what is happening today? I'll just talk it to that side. Okay. So yeah, what I was talking about is like if you see here, this website that you see, for you it is like find the right candidate fast, but behind the scenes this is a h1 tag. So browsers understand this tag. This is a html language that you see here is a html language. So browsers only understand these tags. It understands there would be a h1 tag, there would be a div tag, there would be a p tag, there would be for a list if you hover on through the list on as well. So if we see this, this would be a svg. This is a svg icon which have all those values. So browser understand this tags which we call html. Browser is not concerned with any other thing. It only understand these html tag. So now if we go to this html tag, how these html tags, so if I go here, and if you see now every element has a style applied. So if I just type a h1, it will not look like this. It will have a different form. So if we go to this hiring one, no tag has a green color. So because of some styles, it is behaving this way. So if I uncheck the style, see, it became black itself. If I apply the style again, this become green. So this is css, power of css. So html is the skeletal structure that gives this page a basic shape. And so I'll show you. So if I go inside this page, if I go to the bot, if I go to the head, see all these styles are applied. So if I go here and just remove all the styles one by one, let me just keep removing the styles. There are a couple of more styles which I need to remove. See, you see, it is keep on changing as I'm removing the styles. Basically, the style. Yeah, see, after removal of the styles, it is looking like this. This is the basic HTML structure. This is the HTML structure of the page. With styles, we were changing the view, how it would look like. So for example, each of us, if you consider humans, each humans have a definite shape. But with our clothes, with our appearance, we make a difference how two people look. Similarly, is this CSS. So and I started deleting this CSS, the site began looking differently. So if I refresh it, all the CSS would come again, and it will look like this again. Okay, I think a couple of guys have questions. So yeah, can you please we'll go to the question section again. Then I'll talk about JavaScript and then move ahead. Questions? Anybody have any questions? Please fill the form, guys. It will help you serve you better. Okay, then I'll talk about JavaScript. So the third part for front-end development is JavaScript. So JavaScript is, if you want to understand JavaScript, it is basically making the website perform some action. So if I see here, if I click on jobs, I move to this section. If I click on database, I move to this section. If I click on sales inquiry, I move to this section. If I click on looking for a job, a new window opens. So this is happening because there is some action associated with each of them. So again, so if I go to, for example, jobs, and here, like I have a particular class, what I'll do is, again, if I close, I'll just remove this class and I click enter. See, the appearance has changed and it is working as a simple button. But now what I want to do more is I would just remove the script tags. So if I again go ahead and start deleting the script tag, see how it is behaving. If I now click on jobs, how it is looking. Okay. One more thing I'll do is just I'll just remove all the script tags. Okay. So it has still some script tags. I'll just remove them. So what I'm doing is all JavaScript is written inside a script tag. I'm just deleting those script tags. So what will happen once that proper script tag is deleted? Yeah, I think I have deleted couple of script tags. So for example, if I want to do login, see, many of the things will start breaking now. So the interactions would have gone away. See, these are some basic interaction that we would have done via HTML, but many interactions for the site that was preloaded would have gone away. So if you want to add interactions to the site, we need to use JavaScript. So JavaScript helps to make those interaction in the website. So for example, I'll go network and I'll just do a very simple thing. I'll just do a offline. So now if what offline does is I'm not able to make any request now. So if I just put any number, I'm just putting a random number, guys, and I try to log in. See, all the requests are failing. I clear it. And if I try to log in again, see, this request has failed. If I'll go back online. So if I go back online and I try to do login, see, something happened. I am able to do login. These were not proper credentials, so I would not be able to like log in properly. But it made a request with JavaScript. It made some request and tried to log in to this server. Go back here. Sorry. Yeah, I am back. So for example, if I try to log in with not a this random number, if I try to see login, it behind the scenes makes some API call. It is JavaScript. So it has asked you like it would have sent a random to some random number, some OTP. But if I go and network and say to offline, and now if I try to log in, nothing will happen. It will not trigger that OTP now. It is trying to do something, but nothing will work. So these are the building blocks for front-end development. Moving on to this, we can build up on these building blocks using frameworks and libraries. So Angular, React, Vue, any of these buzzwords that you have heard are all built up on this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which helps you take them a simple code into a much advanced view. I'll just ask if any questions, then otherwise we'll continue. Any questions, guys? Okay, how to apply for internships. So there are portals such as Naukri, there are portals such as LinkedIn, there are portals, Apna as well help you find jobs. So go on these portals. There are each type of opportunities available. You need to search for these opportunities. So if you go to these portals, Naukri, Apna, LinkedIn, there are ample opportunities for internship jobs that you can apply. We'll talk about that in more details. So any other questions you can put in the chat, or you can just unmute yourself and ask anywhere between the session. Now, talking about the importance of UX and UI design. So we are making a website. So once our job is not to make a website which does a work. our job is also to make a website that is easier for us to use. So if we go to Apna website again, I'll just close this tab. See, this is a very intuitive website. So you can easily see, you can easily log in. If you are looking for a job, like internship jobs, they have given you a call to action here itself. If you want to find some jobs and all, you can go ahead and see. You want to post a job, like if you want to hire someone, you can post a job to hire people. Looking for a job is a different thing. They have their database, they have their sales inquiry. Everything is very easily find. So what if it's a very tough so for example, you want to post a job but you are not able to find it itself. So if it is hidden somewhere, let's say this section was not there, so then you have to scroll, you have to try to find it, and sometimes you would lose interest. So what UI UX means is that what things Apna offers. Like Apna offers 5 major things. So those 5 major things could be easily available. So as soon as you land on the website, you should be able to easily identify and do those things. You don't need to wait for, oh, how to find looking for a job. It should be very seamless for you. It should be very easy for you. Ma- Am I making sense? Okay. I'll continue. So user experience and user interface means that you should be satisfied. So if I go to very cluttered website, uh, some cluttered website example. See this one. If you see this, it's like very much text. You would not be able to read it. So if there were some visuals, if there was some simple UI icons and all, which will help you understand, nobody would be like reading it so boring. There's no animation, there's no graphic, nothing is there. It is just text. So you would not feel very interested. If you want to find something, it would be tough for you to find. Whereas like if you see here again, there easily you can find, okay, you want to post a job, you go ahead and you can just post a job now. Like for that you have to log in, so I'm not logging currently, but easy to find. This is something very important to consider. Moving forward, now coming to rapid technology changes. So as I was talking previously, like initial days, just having the ability to learn PHP or just simple CSS, HTML, JavaScript, you could build up a website. But today's time, everybody wants so much features, so many tech, so much you want from a website. It should be just not okay. If I go back to, for example, Wikipedia. Okay. If I go to Wikipedia and I search for React. Okay. See, the aim of Wikipedia is to provide you knowledge. So it can be just a very simple website. It does not need to be very fancy. It can be very simple website because it just needs to provide you some basic information. You are coming to Wikipedia in the hope of getting the information that you want. You don't want it to do some fancy stuff or something. So if again you go to MDN docs, so MDN is like the aim for MDN is to provide you all the information about, for example, JavaScript. I'll search for JavaScript. Aim here, aim for website is to just provide you information about JavaScript. It does not need to be very fancy because it's a knowledge heavy one. So it is supposed to provide you knowledge, but some websites you just go around to try around. So if you want to understand, like let's say you want to play around, so for example Apna, let's say, and there's one more website called Sapna. Is it like Sapna website? Sapna online, let's say, just see. If it is like very heavy and all, see, anything, you would like get attention or lose attention within couple of seconds only. If it is very boring or something, you'll just say, oh, it is not something that I'm looking for. See, so many pictures come into, and suddenly you will be like, I'm not able to find what to do, what not to do. So you'll skip out of that website. So as you want to build a feature rich, feature heavy website, you cannot just simply rely on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You need to learn other technologies which will help you make building up these things easy. It would be more scalable. It would be a faster development. So then these frameworks like React, Vue.js, all of these things come into place because they use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Agreed. But they make your development process very fast, very effective, very performance if optimized. So they are optimized so that you have a better performance when you're doing that. I'll switch back if any questions in the chat or somebody. Okay, Shruti, coming on the knowledge side, I would say like if for internship you should have a good knowledge. So HTML is very simple. So if you go to HTML, there are like only couple of 20-30 tags that are most probably used. So you need to understand all the tags, what each tag means, what each tag will give you. So again, if I talk about MDN is the best place to start. Sorry, MDN. You can just see HTML basics. So there are tags, few tags that you would be able to see HTML elements. So these are all the HTML elements present. You don't need to use all of them. You don't need to know all of them, but the most important ones you need to understand. Then coming on to CSS, CSS is very vast and never ending, but you should again know what each tag does, what each selector does, what each, if you are applying border width, what border width will do. You don't need to understand everything, but when you read something and you want, you can always go around, Google it, and select the best way to do that. JavaScript is very core. You need to have a very good understanding of JavaScript if you are looking for any internship opportunities, because most of your questions would be asked on JavaScript itself. So you need to thoroughly understand JavaScript. Give JavaScript as much time as you can. So for example, if I talk about if you are very new to it, you have now heard of front-end technologies. So give 2 weeks to HTML. In 2 weeks, it is more than enough. Giving HTML, you'll be able to like create your a simple website with just HTML. That is more than enough. 2 weeks. Then give another 2-3 weeks to CSS so that you can understand all the tags, you can understand all the selectors, how to apply CSS properties. So give 2-3 weeks to CSS and HTML, a total like 3 to 4 weeks to build up a not reactive website, but a good looking website. Okay. Then you need to give couple of months, so 2 to 3 months to JavaScript to understand in depth how things work behind the scenes. What is JavaScript? How you can achieve those things. So give 2-3 months to JavaScript, and then you can easily secure then a good internship. Then you can move on to a frameworks. So then you can choose any framework of your choice, React, Angular, Vue, any framework which will help you build up on this knowledge to work easily. Okay. So, but your HTML, CSS, JavaScript basics should be clear. Then pick up any framework of your choice. Every framework has a huge market. There is no that this framework does not have a market. This framework does have a very large. Every framework has a market. It is up to your choice. Hope I answered your question, Shruti. Any questions from anybody else? Or should I move forward? Okay. So thus I'm telling like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, I'll just repeat again, were good to start. But if you want to build something very fast, very flexible, very scalable, have good performance, you need to use a framework because it will help you speed up your process, and very benefits you'll automatically get by using them. Now emerging PWs and SPS. So just giving you a hint. So earlier, all the sites were just if you're online, you would be able to like view a website. But now behind the scenes, every website, if you're offline as well, you'll be able to view many of these websites. They exist because of PWA, Progressive Web And what progressive web app does is it stores some information in your offline cache, so that if you have loaded, for example, Wikipedia once, so if Wikipedia is loaded once for React, if you're offline as well, you can still read about the details about React and couple of links. It is not that you can view everything in Wikipedia, but some data it stores in your cache, so that your offline experience is also there. How you just keep download videos and all in your phone to view later, for which you don't require internet. Similarly, these progressive web apps and all those things help you have this offline access to the information. Also, like, it sends you push notification. You would see Swiggy, Zomato keep sending you push notifications. So this is how you can emerging technologies to engage users. So I don't feel like ordering, but I'll just say a message from Swiggy, why don't you order it? So long you have not ordered from us, and all those things, which suddenly tempts us, okay, let me order something. So these are the emerging trends, emerging technologies which helps you engage users. As I was talking about this technology section, so these are the new technologies, single page application. So initially, if I show you, oh sorry, if I show to, okay, let's go to Wikipedia again. I will go to the network tab. I'll clear out everything. I'll go to Wikipedia. What? I have an internet connection. Guys, you are able to hear me, correct?
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
audible.
Wikipedia suddenly has stopped working. Okay, no worries. We'll go to another site. Sorry, it was still Wikipedia. Knowledge article. Somehow Google is behaving strangely. Okay, so I'll move back to our Apna site only. This is our trusted site. Okay, okay, got it. I was offline. I have to like make it myself online again. That's what was causing the issue. I need to make myself online again. I'm back to Wikipedia. Okay, I'll just close out the network request. So what you mean is, like, if you click on English, so it made this request and it fetched the whole web page. So this made this request and it fetched the whole web page in this form and apply CSS. So if I clear it again and I go to crashes, it again fetched the whole web page. So every time I click on something, it fetches the whole web page from the backend. From the backend, it fetches a new web page and render it to you. In single page application, it don't call the backend to fetch the entire web page. It just makes one call. It takes a single web page, and then power of React and Angular is the single web page application only. They just make one backend API call to fetch one page, and afterwards your React and Angular takes control of that web page to modify how and what you want to render, so that each time you don't have to depend on the backend to provide your website. So for example, here, let's say this view history, if this view let's say this view history page was very slow, you see, I go to read, it was fast. This view history page was slow. So this way, if one page is only there, you don't have to depend on backend. Sometimes your backend would be down, slow. So these React and all just fetch everything at a go, so that you don't have to keep making backend requests, get data. In one time, you get the data and then take control. So everything would be served by you. Hope I'm making sense. Any questions, please, 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 guys, let me know. I'll be more than happy to take it up. I'll just go to the chat to check if there's question. Okay, so most important topics, Shruti, basically, you cannot skip any questions. So first, your fundamentals have to be clear. So if I go to, like, let's say JavaScript roadmap. I'll just close it. See, this is a good roadmap that I was also following. So this is a very good roadmap. You can use this roadmap. So on roadmap.sh, you can use this roadmap. So it talks about introduction to JavaScript. So first you need to know about variable. So what is the difference between var, let, const, how they are hosted? I won't go into in depth, but understand how variable hosting works. What is the difference between var, let, const? This is like on the theory side. So you can just have a brief knowledge. It is not, I would say, very much important, but you should know how JavaScript come into evolution. What was ECMAScript 2015? So before 2015, JavaScript was very different, and after 2015, they revamped all JavaScript. Then understand data type. What are the different data types? Then more into object and arrays, typecasting. So see, it starts with simple topics, and the as soon as you go below, there would be tough topics, but you need to know these as well. There's no callbacks, promises, async await. All these help you do a very good programming. So because it's a single threaded language, you need to use callbacks, promises, async await to make it multi-threaded. Understand about event loop, closures, lexical scope, recursion. To be honest, you cannot skip anything, because all these topics will help you become a very good programmer. If you want to learn anything, if your basics are clear, everything like React, Angular would be a piece of cake for you. But you have to get these basics clear. So you can follow this roadmap. I have personally followed this roadmap, and it's a very good roadmap. Any other questions from anyone? Okay, I'll move ahead then. Whatever. Okay. So continuous learning. So once you have learned, so for example, if I talk about again 5 years below the line, if you have learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you would be called a very good developer. But today's case, you would be called a very bad developer. You only know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now everybody is using React, Angular. So you have to upscale yourself to learn React, Angular. 2 years down the line, there may be something new technology emerging completely, which will like make React, Angular very old. So you need to keep upscaling yourself, keep learning new technologies. So for example, if you talk about Chat GPT has come and it has changed the market completely. So now with the help of Chat GPT, you can do wonders very simply. To be honest, like everybody would of you would have used Chat GPT in one way or another to create a project, to create a report, to for any reason. So Chat GPT, like 2 years before the 2 years before, if I talk about, nobody was using Chat GPT. We were using manual works to get our answers. But today, in just 2 years, everybody is so dependent on ChatGPT or OpenAI, Gemini, any of these chatbots that you don't want to go and search in 10 places. It is just one place, you'll get all your answers. You don't need to like search for 10 places to get an answer. You have faith that, okay, if I put it on ChatGPT, it will give me the best answer. And it is actually one of the best answers only. You can go ahead and use that answer. So it is just showing how the world has changed. So initially, if I want to like search for, I'm stuck in some point of coding, I'll like search for 10 articles, I'll do 10 solutions. But today I'll just go to Chat GPT, I'll put the error code and I'll ask for a suggestion. 99% of the time it would be able to help me. So this is like the change. If you're not using Chat GPT, it's your loss, guys. You have to use these AI tools. So just learning React and all is not enough. As I was talking, see, it is important, but you have to use the new technologies as well. Chat GPT is something very important become nowadays. Everybody, you don't need to like search for hours and hours for a solution. Chat GPT is there. Leverage it. Leverage all the technology, all the power that you have to be a good developer. There's no shame that, oh, I use Chat GPT to code. Trust me, there's no shame. If you're not using, you are lagging behind. It is not a proud that, oh, I do code without Chat GPT. If any technology, anywhere it is, see, you should know what closures is. You should know what code it is. Chat GPT is giving you that code. It should not be just blindly taking the code and putting it into production site. No, you should know what each and every line of the code is doing. Whether you write it yourself, you get it from Chat GPT is secondary. But first is, don't randomly put anything into the code. You should know what exactly that line will do. That is your knowledge, your power. Just getting the code from chat GPT, writing it yourself is a additional top up on that thing. So essential skills for success, like if you want to build up your career, you build up your front end development career, you need to have few skills. So first is very crucial, you should know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React. Second, I was talking about, you need to know the technology. So everybody is using chat GPT. You cannot say I don't use chat GPT, I do the code on my own, I won't use chat GPT. That is a wrong impression, guys. That is a wrong mindset which we need to change. We should use any of the technical skill, framework, anything that helps you make our work easy. So for example, two guys, me and Shruti are coding. If I'm just saying I'll only use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build the whole scale application, and Shruti, what she'll do is, she is a very smart girl. She just goes ahead, she uses Chat GPT, she uses React and all those things, and she makes a beautiful website in just 2 days. And for me, it takes 2 weeks. So everybody will choose Shruti over me. I would not be called a good developer because I did everything myself and Shruti just took help from Chat GPT and all. No, everybody is expecting you to give result, to give data at the end of the day. So you should be smart. You should not be just doing hard work, not donkey work. You should do smart work. Use the technologies, use the platforms available for you, which will help you become a good developer. Anytime, I repeat, you need to know what ChatGPT provides you. See, if you go to ChatGPT to ask to provide a function to do blah blah blah, it will give you, but you should know that, okay, read through that function, understand what ChatGPT has provided you. You will be able to understand, okay, it fits your use case, or you might need to tweak it to fit your use case. Not just blindly have faith that ChatGPT has provided it will work. Don't do that. You should have the knowledge to understand that code, and you should take the decision if you want to enhance that code, tweak that code before using it. Hope I'm making sense, guys. Then comes your soft skills. So once you have made something, so for example, how I am trying to explain to you guys, you need to be able to explain what you have done to your managers, to your clients, to your users. So soft skills also play a very important role in your success, in your progression. So it is just not you have done the code and you are not able to explain it. Whatever you have done, whatever is your knowledge, you need to explain. Similarly, when you're giving interview, a person, for example, I myself would be knowing a lot of things, but if I'm not able to convince or convey the knowledge to the interviewer, he will think, oh, this guy does not know anything. In my head there might be 10 thoughts, but if I'm not able to convey them to the interviewer, he will never know. He cannot read my mind, guys. Similarly, if Shruti, sorry Shruti, I'm taking an example each time, but if Shruti maybe know 8 concepts, but brilliantly she is able to explain it, then the interviewer will be like, oh, she knows so much, she is very good, the interviewer will hire her. So soft skills are equally essential for you to land a job and progress in that job. I'll just come back again to question answer. AI can replace web developer. No, Shruti. See, to be honest, AI will never replace a web developer or any developer. See, AI is there to assist you. AI is there to help you out. AI can not just, if we talk about, so your use case and all those things, AI will never understand. Any website, AI can help you, but will not be able to just replace you. That today they'll say, okay, Rahul, you can let go. AI will take care. No, somebody has to use that AI, have to leverage it, have to train it so that they can do the work faster. AI definitely can help you do work faster in a more efficient way, in a faster way, but it won't take up your job. Trust me on that. Not for a couple of like 5-10 years. After that, anything can happen, but for 10 years, AI cannot. But yeah, honestly, it is evolving like anything. So we should also evolve. We should also understand the power of AI, leverage it. That's why I'm saying always keep upskilling yourself. You cannot be just like, oh, I know this part, and for whole of my life I can work with this part of knowledge. No, then AI or anybody can take your job. But if you keep upskilling yourself, learn new technology, learn new features, learn new things, then nobody can take your job. If you are upskilled, if you have that knowledge, nobody would be able to take your job. But if you don't upskill yourself, it's always a risk to your job. Okay. Any other questions from anyone? Guys, I think, am I going fast? Not able to understand. Any questions? Please feel free to ask.
Yeah, guys, if there are anything, you can feel free to unmute yourself also if there are any questions. I think we can continue.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So I'm talking about from my experience now. So as I talked about, again, coming back to how you can progress on your learning, building up. So okay. Now again, it's just a roadmap that Shruti that you were asking of. Now we are coming on the roadmap. So React is there. So again, if I come back here, roadmap for React. I'll just follow this. See, this is what I'm talking about, frameworks and libraries. There are a lot of frameworks and library. So again, question would come, how much should I learn in React? How much should I learn in Angular? So these roadmaps are there which help you understand how much, how to go about it. Just check my mobile. Just understanding that you need to learn React is not enough. You need to understand what in React, how in React, how to start, where to start. These things are very important, which I'll just focus a little bit more. Now, for example, if you want to start, you have done JavaScript and now you want to learn React. See, it just says first follow the JavaScript roadmap because JavaScript is so much important. It says once you are done with JavaScript roadmap, then only think about going to React. There is no way you can skip this. It needs to go via JavaScript roadmap and then only you can come to React. Or it would be for Angular as well. So understand what are these functions, what are these hooks, basic hooks, advanced hook, custom hooks, what is this component, everything. This is a very good roadmap again, guys. If you want to follow, you can follow this roadmap. It has a great roadmap. Like it tells you about the hooks, what is JSX, what is prop state, what is conditional rendering, what is component lifecycle, what are ref event, higher order component. Like now, like this helps you create a basic React app. Now you want to style it. So these are the component libraries which you can use to style your like material UI, chakra UI, shared CN UI. All these helps you quickly put styling into your app so that you can make it beautiful. Panda CSS, CSS Tailwind, all of these things are CSS and libraries which help you write code faster so that you always don't have to like apply a border. It is just with one click you can apply a border and all those things. For state management, so what I mean by state management is like Redux and all those things. I think most of you might not be aware, but once you read, these are state management libraries. Redux and all these things are there for routing. If you want to go from one site to another, how you can do it? There is React router, there is chance check router. So all of these things are there, guys. It looks vast, but when you start doing it, you'll like it. You'll be getting interested. So you'll have fun. These are advanced topics. How you can be an advanced developer. Error boundaries, suspense, mobile application, React Native, all those things are there. So now, second question comes. Okay, I want to learn use ref, but how to learn? Just click on it. It gives you a basic information about use ref, and it gives you articles as well. How where you can learn it from. This web dev simplified is one of the favorite, my famous as well in YouTube channel. I do follow this web dev simplified. It gives you all this good information. I'll go to this web dev simplified. It will take me to YouTube. It helps you learn all of these things. That's possible. Been muted. So if you want to learn, so you can follow these resources. Very good thing about this roadmap is it gives you resources as well. You can watch this video, you'll be able to understand. Then you can, if you want to learn to read and learn, you can read and learn. You can watch via videos. You can watch it via the official document, what React documentation has to say about it. So in this helps you again in a systematic way learning as well, how you can learn. So you can just, for example, if I go to Next.js, how you can learn Next.js, official website of Next.js. There are articles, there are videos, free videos. It is not taking you any paid content. There might be some paid content as well, but it just says all the free resources that you have. So it is not taking any money from you guys. If you want to learn something, you can just go ahead, watch this video. This video is available so that you can understand what is Next.js. All of these tutorials are free of cost available, guys, for you to leverage, to understand. So any topic, similarly, like anything, like you want to learn what is Zod, it will give you simple thing, what is Zod and how you can learn Zod. All these things, guys, is available. And there are courses. So I just always say you can go to Udemy. If you want a very structured learning, you can go to Udemy and search for, let's say I want to learn React. So it will give you all the courses. So you can choose a course. So for example, if you see this course has been taken by more than 2 lakhs people, so definitely this would be a good course. Again, this course is taken by 14,000 people. This course is taken by 4 lakh people. So in this way, you can understand, try to, or you can just go. There's a 30-day money back guarantee as well. If you take a course, you don't like it, you can get your money back. So all those things, resources, n number of resources are there, guys. Whenever you want to learn something, there are enormous resources for you to learn. But you need to just get into that mood to learn, to understand, to know more. That hunger should be there. I'll come back if there are any questions. We are coming to the end of the session, moreover, guys. So if you have any question, any doubt in your mind, please feel free to ask. Don't just have that doubt or intuition just with you. Just ask me, guys. I can help you. Okay. So see, frameworks and libraries are there. You want to have experience into them. Hands-on coding is required. So do assignments. So if you're learning anything you're learning, do a hands-on on it. Just don't read and listen. Try to implement it. Build your small projects. So there are GitHub repos as well. So if you go to GitHub repo to learn JavaScript, for example, learn JavaScript. There are many repos, guys. So which will help you bring small projects as well. They help you create small projects, create projects. There's a repo. I'm forgetting the name, guys. 1 second. Create project, GitHub. Not this. What was that repo name? I'm just forgetting that. But there are repo like which anything you want to create. There are small projects. They have the finished project as well and the starting. So you can just start with the starting project and build up your project. And there are a number of projects. You don't need to repo. So for example, just create a calculator app. Use React to calculate, create a calculator for yourself, or a TikTok game. Anything, A to Z, anything. You see this website, just use React to create a similar website. Nothing. So that when you click on something, you'll be able to navigate you to that page. You can see all those things. So for example, on this, something of this sort of pop-up should come. And these could be like hard-coded values. You don't need to make API calls to get these values. These could be simple hard-coded values. Okay. Making sense, guys? Hopefully, yes. Move ahead. So again, like there's a slide on importance of soft skills that we were talking about, that it will help you land a job. So because you need to make your knowledge impart to the other mentors, interviewer, they should know that you have knowledge. When you go, you have to always communicate. Communication, you cannot keep communication. You might be a good developer, but you need to communicate as well. You need to teach to others. So this soft skill is important. You cannot escape soft skills. Then again, learning. So for example, I have just put an example here as well, Wix. So if I go to Wix, so people say like, I don't know how to start, what to do. So these are very few templates. You can just create this. So pick up this template and start creating this sort of website. Any website you can pick, you have a design, just try to create it with simple HTML, CSS. I don't want you to start building up functionalities and all, but getting started, how to begin building a website for free. So it just tells you there are help articles, there are few designs. It helps you get those designs and everything. So you can just put a Wix has very good templates for you to use. So they just have a paid one, but you don't need something paid. Just take a template that they are giving and try to create that yourself. So they gave you paid templates, but just take that design and try to do it yourself. This is the motivation here. Not just you get into paid subscription for Wix, but take their portfolio, take their templates. Like go ahead, create your resume, guys, in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Go ahead, create your resume. So this website, this presentation that you see, all these animations and all, create something of this sort. Like rather than having a boring presentation, use JavaScript, HTML and all to create this animated presentation. So like portfolio, again, if you want to showcase something for a job and all, you can showcase your portfolio. So you can say, I have created this website and I have created my resume in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I have done this, I have done that. This will give you an edge. This will make that you are better than other candidates who just know theoretically, but they have not done actual hands-on. This is a sign that you have done hands-on learning. You have a portfolio that I have built up this website. I just built up this chat module. I have built up this video module. I have built up this, that, that. You need to show, impress the recruiter, guys. On your GitHub, just put on all these projects on your GitHub so that anybody when see, they would be like amazed. Oh wow, you have done so much. This guy knows, this guy not only knows, it has hands-on experience. So this will give you a edge, guys. This will give you edge. So this is for people who are like little bit into the industry. So try to build networking, LinkedIn connections, so that when you want to find jobs, it is easier for you. So for example, if I would have worked with just take another name from the chat. Let's say if I have worked with Dipanshi, so I would know like Dipanshi is a very good resource. If I go to someplace else, I would say, okay, let's work. So build up those connections, build up those network, which will help you in the longer term. Okay, sorry. I have taken 6 month months check course, and what other than I should course for better career. Okay, so Shruti, like if you have taken a course, try to implement that course to build something end to end. So if you have done a merge chat course, you should be able to build one application end to end. So that should have a database, that should have an Express server, that should have like front end React, a Node server, so that you can show like it could be very simple. For example, login page. If I just login page, if you are doing, you need to show once user login, it authenticates from the backend. It check in the database if the user is present or not. Then you have a JWT. So for authentication, you are using JWT token, just not a simple authentication, but you are doing it with the JWT. It is using your Express server and your React application. Everything should be bundled together. So start creating a simple project to an advanced projects, so that you would have a hands-on experience and you'll understand when you're actually doing the code. You will understand where you are lagging behind, where you are falling, and you will be able to develop, you'll be able to grow. So hands-on experience is the most important thing, Shruti. So if you have the knowledge, try to create something, so then you can just put it onto your GitHub repository, you can showcase everything. So again, like there are portals, there are opportunities for you to continuous develop, learn, apply. There are just when you start, you'll find career path opportunities. So there are a lot of opportunity for front end, for back end, for full stack, for UI UX role, graphic designers. There are enormous opportunities, guys. You just have to start. It's a lifelong process. As I mentioned again and again, you just need to keep upskilling, learn, staying ahead. Last, like again, all these things are like in a way, I'm just repeating myself that if anything, if you are upskilling yourself, you will always be valuable in the industry. You will never be replaced. But keep upskilling yourself. With this, there's an end to my presentation. So any question now, guys, I can take it up.
Thank you so much, Rahul. Thank you so much for coming on a Sunday afternoon and giving such an insightful session. If there are any other questions, we can take it up. Shruti, thanks again for your engagement here in this session. If not, I'll see you again tomorrow in another session.
Thanks all for taking your time to come to this session. Really appreciate it, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Rahul. Thank you. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All.